7K Dreamer Plays.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Again, it's been a while, but here we are now. The long wait is finally over. Seven Knights Rebirth is finally launching! For those who have been following me over the past 8 years, since the old days of Seven Knights 1, I hope you guys are hyped for this comeback. And for those who are new to the channel and also to the game, let me just give you a short introduction about myself, the Seven Knights IP, and the game in general. Also, don't worry about not knowing anything about Seven Knights from before because you really don't have to. I will give you all the information you need. I'm 7K Dreamer Plays, a YouTuber who has dedicated this channel to post solely on Seven Knights since June 2017. Even as the original Seven Knights headed into its sunset years, the Seven Knights franchise continued to evolve, and so did the channel, with content eventually covering Seven Knights 2 as well. So having taken a break for the past 2 years, I'm definitely ready to head back into Seven Knights. Seven Knights is a gacha hero collector game, and I would think it was one of the first few to launch in the market in the early days. The game has a very rich and in-depth lore with many characters and intertwining stories. We followed the adventures of Evan, Karin, and the Seven Knights as they discovered something called the Shards of Destruction. Along the way, they meet other heroes of this crazy multiverse, who are all very beautifully designed. And I think this was also one of the reasons why I fell in love with the game. Back in those days, it was rare to have a mobile game so invested in building such a beautiful universe. Not only that, I think Seven Knights offered a unique PVE playstyle that was not completely turn-based, but it also had elements of real-time battle which really encouraged you to think fast on your feet and strategize ahead. And during a battle sequence, every character had their own unique cutscenes and animations, which are even more enhanced in Seven Knights Rebirth. Seven Knights Rebirth is a modern remake of the OG Seven Knights game, which was loved by many from 10 years ago. Now with graphics wildly improved and gameplay enhanced and optimized, all the same familiar characters such as Rudy, Rin, Teo, Yeonhee, and many of the rest of the cast have gotten their glow-ups and are back in HD. Not just the heroes, but the pets as well.
Not emergency food! Look! Wow!
In terms of gameplay, the game retains the very nostalgic story adventure mode, but this time with a twist. Apart from just narrating the tale of Evan and Karin's adventures in the Terra Kingdom, this remake introduced Sylvester's side of the story too, with Pascal and Aisha heroes like Teo and Ace. Raids are still around, but different from what we used to have in Seven Knights 1. The familiar Destroyer Gaze, Ox King, and Iron Devourer now drop gears of different set effects, making the building of heroes even more strategic than before. The game also supports Event Story Quest monthly, which explores the side stories and conflicts of the other heroes like Taka, Mercure, and Rin, sharing with us the ever in-depth stories and lore beyond the core Seven Knights plot. Many more content such as Castle Rush, Guild War, Infinite Tower, and Tower of Trials, and so on also faithfully return. We will also be getting a never-before-seen guild mode called Guild Expedition or Advent Expedition next month, which features the Dark 4 Lords of Old as bosses. I am personally very excited about that. And on top of that, there are also many quality of life features that I appreciate. Seven Knights was known to many players to be able to farm endlessly for the game's gacha currency, rubies. But many players used to burn their phones overnight for the grind. Now it's possible to farm rubies passively. As you can see here, my heroes are farming in the background, earning me rubies while freeing my hands for other activities such as playing arena or even just simply upgrading other heroes. More nostalgia comes in the form of music. The devs have put in the OSTs of all the previous Seven Knights games, and you can not only just play them, but also set them as your default lobby theme. You can even interact and converse with heroes you like to learn more about them. I even had them greeting me on my birthday, and I think that was such a nice touch by the developers, honestly. Also, not many people know this, but after every update, the game also collects feedback from players directly in-game so that they can improve on lacking features and make better events. From the KR experience thus far, rectifications and improvements have been quick, and from the beginning till now, I can say that the overall gaming experience has improved a lot. I really hope that because Global and KR are going to use the same build, this means global players will no longer have to experience mid-developers who completely change the game to whatever they wished, and everyone can now enjoy the same game under developers who care. I'm sure by now you will be thinking, how F2P friendly is this game? I have been through 4 months of being free to play on the Korean server, so you can definitely take my word that the game has been very playable. And yes, of course, we know that buying packs can definitely speed up your progress, but hey, with a game that has farmable gacha currency and many free ways to get even the top tier heroes, trust me when I say you will eventually get there. I will always say it is important to manage your own expectations. If you are losing to spenders who have fully transcended their heroes and can't progress and become upset, just endure, and eventually you will get those dupes and gears as well, and most importantly, be better than your current state. Well, that's my F2P mindset. I know I'm gonna get judged for saying this. Oh, and did I mention free ways to get the top tier heroes? Yes. The game lets you craft important heroes with unnecessary hero dupes, so you won't feel that pulling crappy dupes are ever a waste. There's also a fusion system that lets you continuously gamble for the chance of a legendary hero, but more importantly lets you refresh your hero inventory to get more rubies. And if you fuse enough 5-star heroes, you can get a chance to get the elusive 7 Knights of Old. Not only that, there's also the classic 7 Knight chest that lets players freely choose which hero they wish to have. And speaking of wishes, the game also offers a unique wishlist banner that lets you choose which heroes you want for raid up. How great is that? So if you're still looking forward to re-rolling for a particular launch hero, I may have to disappoint you because there's really no need for that, and you could just jump straight in to enjoy the game. And when I say enjoy the game, I really do mean it, because new players for the global side are very likely going to be given so many good rewards, especially after pre-registering for the game. Firstly, you are getting a free 4-star Rachel and 4-star Ace, and also a decent beginner pet Crower. With these, you can definitely progress steadily in early game PvE. Also, based on the event notes from KR, it would seem that global players will have a chance to pick up Teo from a special new player raid up banner which will last 14 days from the day you start playing. This is an amazing launch banner since Teo is one of the best heroes in the game, and this gives you a good kickstart to the ruby farming process, which I will make a more in-depth video about. Also, the game will shower you with millions of gold keys and many free pet and hero summon tickets to give you a good start. And if this is not enough to sell the game to you, the game has a healthy balance of waifus and husbandos, which is so refreshing in the current gacha gaming industry. Costumes are also back and better than ever. For waifus, check out my dear Rin, Eileen, Ballista, and gender band Teo. Isn't she amazing?
格の違いを知るがいい。剣に風を。
For Husbandos, you got Teo, Rudy, and Dark Karma. Now you can't tell me this fit isn't cool. The developers are very proud of the costume feature and always put in extra effort to emphasize the release of costumes every week. Another great thing to note is that the costumes are 100% cosmetic and do not give any boost in any way apart from buffing your unit's style points. So I hope this video has given you a better introduction or reintroduction about 7 Knights Rebirth. It is truly a comeback done right, above and beyond what I expected. So on 18th September, give the game a try and come join me on the journey again. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon for more videos and guides in the coming days. Stay tuned next week for a whole series of videos and guides and also the launch stream. Thank you so much and see you!